Did he swallow that thing? Now that is more like it. Wherever you find the good grass, that's where they're at. A lipless crankbait. Hi guys, I'm Kim Stricker, and welcome to another Hook and Look Splash. A splash of fishing information with an underwater point of view. I hadn't fished this lake in several years, and according to the calendar, expected to locate the fish deeper. In fact, I started looking off the break with a jig, and it didn't take long to realize that the deep water was null and void. So it stands to reason that the fish had to be shallow, but where? I picked up a red-eye shad and proceeded to move up on the flat and cover water. As you can see by the screen on my Lowrance, most of the shallows were completely barren as well. So at this point, I'm wondering, where the heck are all the bait fish? Then I got a tip. Milfoil. Seems to be a pretty good weed bed here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Get on up here. Ooh, that's a nice bass. Yes. With that red-eye shad. There we go. That's a good one. Yes, sir. There we go. I need my pliers. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. This is kind of a crazy year. It's, the first week of October, but it's still kind of summer conditions. The water temperature is 67 degrees. Let me let this guy go. Approximately 6 weeks prior, this lake was chemically treated for weed control, and much of the vegetation was depleted. So it stands to reason that the bait fish would seek out the remnant patches of green grass for security. And where I found it, I got bit. It's a fish, yeah. That's a fish, and a good one. And a good one, it seems. Get out of those weeds now. Oh yeah, that's a real nice. That's a real nice one. Ooh, easy now. Be nice. Yes, that's more like it. Yes. You're caught up in that net pretty good, aren't you? Yes, sir. Now that is more like it. Nice, solid fall largemouth on that red-eye shad. But again, this is a pre-transition. They're just getting ready to make their move out, but they're hanging around the green grass. All right, let you go. When a lake gets treated and you see a lot of the weeds just laid down and gone, and you find an area that has some green stuff, it's likely that's where they're going to be. To better comprehend the condition of the remaining weed beds, I deployed my Aqua-Vu camera. You can see that this is not the clearest water. It's quite stained, but still, it's useful to use an Aqua-Vu. You can tell the types of weeds, how thick the weeds are, and what the bait fish is. In most inland lakes, bluegill are the primary forage species, so it wasn't a surprise to find them holding in the enduring vegetation. The thicker the weeds, the more bluegill were relating to it. It's interesting to note, too, that different fish species have a preference for different weed types. Throughout the day, I found a good number of northern pike in the grass as well. Broadleaf pondweed, commonly referred to as pikeweed, and rightly so, remained thick and held an abundance of bluegill. And lo and behold, I ran into a toothy critter parked stationary right in the middle of the foliage. The sparse remnants of Eurasian milfoil, however, had open areas between, and this is where I was finding the bass, seemingly on the prowl. This is a 20-pound test Seaguar Tatsu fluorocarbon. That's the best. I'm telling you, it's a double structure fluorocarbon that has a harder outer shell, which gives you the strength and abrasion resistance, and inner core that's softer, that makes it cast so much better. I mean, it's so smooth casting. Reeling it steady, and when I pop a weed, I'll rip it off. And that usually will trigger a strike. There's a good one. Come over here. Well, I told you I'd catch another one. Crossed here. Yeah. Did he swallow that thing? Once I figured out the weed beds, the fish were chomping that red-eye shad. Be sure to check out the featured product links listed below the video description. And again, I'm Kim Stricker, and thanks for your interest in Hook and Look.